This is why you monitor the stream. Please remember that breaking character may contain situations that are way too awkward for everybody, and then you have to excruciatingly watch this. And also, we do mature content as well, so if you need to take time away from the stream for your mental health...
Like our OnlyFans, I'm sorry, I had to.
Please do so. Your well-being is important to us. Rev is gone, so there's no one to disagree with that message. Now, we're here. Welcome,
hello.
Everybody.
Was I muted through that?
No.
Hello. No, you were not. Welcome, he's, me's, and she's. How is everyone tonight? We are back. We have rotated the number of people, the individuals who are not here. I'm here, thankfully, and unfortunately we do not have Red, but that is because of an internet issue, not because of an attendance thing. Have fun in chat with Rev, y'all.
Rev it up.
Rev it up, yes. Let's meet our players, and then we'll do a little recap of what happened the week prior. Brett, why don't you start us off?
I don't remember what happened last time.
Hello, my name is just Brett, or as I'm called in this stream, Boston Jones, the Paladin Fighter and leader of this group. And we are at a tech fair right now, and we're just enjoying the fresh beer, the pretzel dogs, and the cotton candy. And I'll pass it down to Fen, who's right beneath me.
Oh, that's right. Y'all were shipping me. That's what happened last time.
No, we weren't.
There was a lot of shipping in that.
The grandmama was.
There was a lot of shipping happening last time. Anyway, hi guys, I'm Bloodless King, and I play Fenrana Edsith. Yeah, I don't know how to follow that. Apparently my brain just turned off. Let's go.
It's fine. It's fine.
Tell us what your ideal date is so that Gears can set it up for you.
No.
Blade can write it, or Blade can write it down.
Yeah,
I am not.
Make it happen.
I may be playing Fen, but Fen is not me.
I feel like, yeah, anyways.
Library. Where they can ignore their date and learn stuff.
Their ideal date is with a search bar.
That, I think, means something very different.
Tony, why don't you go?
Hi.
We also have an ad we need to do also after this as a reminder.
Do, but I want to give some space between this shame and that ad so that...
I'm just reminding you so you don't forget later.
Oh, don't worry, I've got it in front of me.
Don't worry, Brett. We got it. We got it on lockdown.
We in fact do not.
I am Tony. I play Nash, Nashville Finnegan Thomas. For those of you who unaware, and our boy is honestly a little bit let down because he thought that, like everywhere they've been, shit was gonna hit the fan at the tech fair. He was pretty sure for once it lined up, and he was like, "All right, let's go. This is how we go." And nothing happened, except maybe a date for Fen. But you know, we're letting that roll.
We're not though.
It's really not.
One that has a date though.
Yeah. Let's have Fenrana chime in on this.
I gave them references to people in my college.
Sorry.
That's what I got, man.
I mean, I ship it hard, but Boston's the one that actually got the date. So, like,
despite all odds,
yeah,
despite himself.
The irony
That's right. They want to date Boston, so like, what? No, Fenn's not stepping on that.
They don't.
I don't know that. But,
let's get through these introductions, and I can maybe set things straight.
I think Fen can easily step in and take over.
It may be more fun this way. Yeah, Darkness, you're the person who's left, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I play Ramita Thorn Stay Up, the spunky grandma with an attitude. And she's kind of honestly relieved that nothing went down at this fair. because everything has been a shit show since we started. And they have bigger problems, I would say, to figure out, she does, because she has no idea how the hell she's going to get into the other areas and cities and stuff. So, and apparently smuggling her in a suitcase isn't going to work, so.
So smuggling her in a suitcase has been frowned upon.
They'd probably like, what died in your car?
I mean, we did have a dead body.
We did, but it was refrigerated. Also, we had a okay from the police. It's fine.
Yeah,
I think we've skated over the best possibility of smuggling her inside Baldric.
Baldric doesn't open up like that. Remember, you tried to store snacks in him.
He does have a chest cavity.
We stored
We can't Freddy this. We cannot Freddy this. No, he had it beside him and did.
He was prestidigitating the body out in open.
Did you think he opened himself up to hold the body this whole time?
No.
No.
No. Great candy.
Nondescript candy. No.
Learning so
non-sponsored.
much in this episode. We are learning so much. Oh god. Okay. If I can calm down long enough to say something. Oh my gosh. Okay, so last time on Breaking Character,
Gears, you didn't introduce yourself. You didn't introduce yourself.
They are God, don't question it.
Who are you and where
Gears,
did
we
you
must
come?
know.
Why are you on my screen?
Why are you in my head? I'm Gear Sparks. I am the DM of this catastrophe. Let's get into it. Last time, 2 weeks ago, our group spent a night in Boston's apartment, and were able to go off in their separate ways, accomplishing many different tasks. Boston went off and took care of his own job, scavenging hunt as a cowboy. Nash was able to resolve things with his parole officer with a little awkward meeting 1-on-1, but was also able to clean up and be all nice and fresh and nice with his new clothes and new haircut or whatever he had done. Tony can elaborate on that. And then the other three, Baldric, Ramita, and Fenrana, went down south to meet up with a little old gnome lady who is over 300 and retired from being a university professor, researcher, and had given some personal journal notes to Fenrana to look over and read, as she figured no one else was going to benefit from them but Fen. They were not official documents of any kind, so they were not accepted into the vast library that was the Auroran capital or any other universities. So yeah, and then they went back and the official database, because there's an official way to enter information into the database, to be, precise and whatnot. And upon returning, they all met up at the what basically would be a fair contest, and met the winners and sore losers of the invention contest. Boston bought beers for everyone who had participated, and after giving out what he could, gave the last remaining 4 or 6 beers to Ramita, who gladly drank all of them down and is now probably intoxicated. And then somehow fixed himself a date with the grand prize winner, named Amelia. And this shy little introverted of a person who had been introduced by Boston to Fenrana to talk, basically talk shop, and they were able to exchange just ideas and information and whatnot, and then they have all kind of returned together in the middle of this little town square. And that's where we will start back up.
Has Fen left the conversation with Amelia, or are they still chatting?
I think we had come to a point of I gave them information of a professor at the university, and I had taken off.
I think we had resolved all external conversations. Now we're back with the group.
So how'd it go? It's gonna offer you some cotton candy.
They're very bright.
Sure.
You should ask her out.
No.
Yeah.
I do not believe. For one, we don't know whether or not she would be interested into someone of my gender persuasion. Also, they were rather keen on whether or not Boston actually likes them, so I'm not going to step on that.
Whoa. Okay, but
What?
here's the like, you're fine. You don't have to pursue or anything, but like,
Sure.
did you get their?
There was
number?
chemistry.
I mean, I got their contacts currently. Also, from what I understood, Boston also had information from them.
He's gonna rub his.
Ben,
rub his
look,
eyes.
I've been around for a long time. There was more
Noted.
with you than with this guy, and if she was interested,
You would be surprised
it's
at how
probably because
many.
she was just awkward.
What?
Okay, so
You would be surprised at how.
I'm so. Hold on. First off, that what?
Wait. Okay, so put
Go
that aside
ahead,
for a
Hulk.
second. Put that aside for a second. We're not gonna touch what Granny just went off on. All right.
And why is she rubbing my knee?
How
Because he kept doing this, pointing at me.
Right.
Like, what?
Like tapping.
right, just it's gonna push on Granny's head, push them away for a second. All right.
That's rude.
Let's get you another hot dog. Come on. Let's get you.
Did you enjoy the conversation?
I mean, they are like an intellectual. It'd be like back at home.
But did you enjoy the conversation?
I don't think I understand your meaning.
I mean, let me put it a different way. When you two started talking, I was over here with the disaster crew a little bit. You lit up. That doesn't have to be romantic, for the record. But as someone who has gained and lost several friends in my day, you would be dumb not to pursue a friendship at the minimum. For somebody
no,
who
most
makes you
definitely.
light up like that. All right?
I mean, I did give them contacts within the university. I did help further their goal. We did exchange contacts. It's not as if it's just going to stop as no contact, period.
Well, the way you framed it is you're useful, not you're a friend. So, you might, you know. Right? Like, we're friends, right?
Yes.
And sometimes I'm useful.
Yes.
But we're not friends because I'm useful.
No.
Okay. So let's...
I do know human interactions. I'm not good at
You
them, but I
seem
do know
confused
them.
when I'm explaining this, so I'm...
More of
you stop me when you get it, like when you're with me, you know?
More of they have their own goal. She has her own goal currently, and
Who doesn't?
a distraction from a potentially renegade running off in completely different directions isn't exactly what she needs, especially if she wants to get into the university.
You gonna
It
tell
is
her what she needs?
Hard.
I'd
I
like to be there
gave
for
her.
that for conversation. I don't think it'll go well.
I'm not saying she doesn't need to talk to me, but
Because I'm just saying, I tried that once. It did not go well.
I am very confused by this conversation, so I'm going to go back to the car and start reading again.
Nope.
Does
Nope.
anyone know where I can get like some corn or something? Says it's hungry.
Some what?
Corn.
Oh, the
Corn on
Bird.
cob. Bird.
That's the raven. They meet.
I eat lots of things, actually.
We need cat food. Anyone have a cat?
I have Mittens back at home,
You're
but he
robotic.
doesn't count as a cat. Yeah, but he doesn't eat food.
Yes.
Those of you could roll an intelligence check if you want to do a memory thing.
I know that my bird doesn't actually need to eat. I just want to feed him.
What are we doing?
You're gonna have a
disadvantage.
disadvantage.
Don't worry about it. I'll tell you. Mittens is a robotic cat that was running around and pawing at things in Boston's apartment. It's literally a little robotic cat that just runs around. It's very new. So
Meow.
yeah.
It's literally because he didn't have any friends, so he had that in his
He
apartment.
had a robot cat.
And it plays with the plastic plants that are in his apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly like a cat.
Just
Rolled
like a cat.
redeemed a stretch. Did anyone see that?
I did it a while ago.
That's what everyone was doing. I thought that's what Grim was doing this and y'all were doing that. I was like, oh yeah, everyone's stretching.
No, I was in the conversation, and therefore I wasn't paying attention to chat.
I
I'm
saw
distracted by
okay.
other
we
stuff.
were on a mission.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a very opposed mission.
Was I actually am I still in this conversation or did you
Yeah.
drag me away?
Boston literally took you 2 steps away because he realized that the hot dog stand you've been getting food that's right next to them because they haven't really gone anywhere.
Nobody's walking anywhere. You're just in the middle of this little fair that's going on. The main event is over, but there's still stuff going on. It doesn't close down until much later.
I'm pushing back in and I'm gonna be like, I've never seen you so happy. Other than when you got that book. You keep those people close.
You also
Like-
did not see me interacting with Silo.
I
It did. Didn't seem the same to me.
no.
Very
it was
specifically,
out of
Silo,
the
whenever it
plane.
wasn't a hostile environment.
Well, you didn't keep them.
I have his contacts.
Then why no contact
It was 2
Because
days
we
ago.
are busy.
before?
Takes out a cigarette. Begins to light it.
Oh, I didn't have his contacts before. No, he was an associate at school, at most. We did a couple of projects together. Beyond that,
You start a book club with this girl.
what you guys are seeing is more
I'm not seeing it. I
a
don't know what
missed
they.
interaction. I miss interacting with people who I could bounce these ideas off of, which absolutely nothing wrong about you guys. It's just
We're pretty
there's a little bit of a difference when it comes to those who are
educated.
directly pursuing intellect rather than gathering
Sure.
accidentally.
So wait. So you miss having these conversations, but you don't want to continue having these conversations.
I never said that. We do not have the time for me to distract right now. Lord knows I'm already under everything when it comes to all the
When
paperwork
you
I
get
am having to throw in.
talk about things you like, though, it centers you. It brings you back to this world. Like, I talk about my wife because she's my life. She's what makes everything worth it, every day. You gotta have that. Otherwise, we're just gonna get deeper in these holes and we're never gonna get out. I'm going high, apparently.
It's the same.
Liv, do whatever you want. Apparently I got a date, which, sure. They're just someone cool, and I just wanted to get to know them a little bit better. Maybe a contact for future jobs, or, just be nice to know somebody that's kind of changed the world.
Yeah.
But those of intellect oftentimes butt head when it comes to romantic persuasion. There is a reason why most romantic entanglements are outside of academia.
Are you talking about affairs?
No.
Oh.
No. People who go to school together, especially at the university and such like that,
Sure.
oftentimes are very competitive with each other, and therefore the relationships that come after that are either complicated beyond all, or very, very toxic.
So,
There is no in between.
okay, but that
He
applies
helping
to
each other?
Silo, but not here. You didn't go to school with this person.
They are applying at my academia that I am still technically enrolled in.
Oh, I thought you graduated. I guess you would probably have led with that.
So I am a part of the Lumen. However, I am not completely out. I am still technically a member of the university.
So you're
I can do that as a student as well as not so much a teacher. Therefore, because
You're
I am
interning?
not. Yes, sort of. Except I'm getting paid.
so you're
So interns getting paid. Normal one, they should be getting paid.
They should.
What's the point of all the information if you don't share it?
It is to be shared. It's just where I currently am at with my research. It's not really something I can share because I do not have anything to back it. I have theories. I have hypothesis.
But you haven't had the time to finalize anything.
That was what this trip was for. And then we ran into a cult. So that has slightly taken a back burner.
I mean, so then it comes the question, what's more important to you, the right thing or your personal gain?
I'm still here, aren't I? I could have left a long time ago. I could have left the moment that they left Vorak.
Just curious, because I don't think you've said that out loud quite yet. Just
I could have left the moment they left Vorak. I have no official entanglement to it anymore since they left the areas that I was responsible for. I am choosing to try and pursue.
Boston's still holding the cotton candy that he tried to give to you that you haven't taken. He's going to put it in your hands. I promised you and Amelia some cotton candy. I'll be back.
Cheers.
I mean, I'm still reeling from the fact that you're a lumen, but not an illumini.
Isn't that alumni?
Alumni? You mean? I see what you did there. However, I get.
Illumini.
While that really bad wordplay is going on, Boston's gonna walk over.
Illuminati? What?
Yeah,
Illuminati?
there it is.
That's how you're going.
Not gonna lie, I thought that was gonna be the wordplay all so far.
He's gonna go over and say, "I did promise you this. I hope the conversation with Fen didn't go too terribly."
She looks up. Not all. And kind of grabs the cotton candy, and not aggressively, but kind of quickly, just squishes it all into one little bowl and just kind of pops it in her mouth.
Very fair. That way you can get it feels like you get your money's worth instead of just like picking at it. You don't get any full. I get that.
Real quick.
It's effective.
Sure. Yeah.
Are we all just sitting watching this?
The stage isn't.
Ben is looking for like potatoes
way out?
or something. Also that, but no, something to give Seza that is bird safe. There's nothing bird safe here, but he's a raven, so like.
I mean,
sure
you
there's
get the pretzel
popcorn
bun and then like break up the pretzel bun into tiny enough pieces so it doesn't, too many carbs won't kill a bird, but a whole bun probably would.
Popcorn.
There's
there's
probably
Gear
like
said, popcorn.
Yeah, popcorn,
Him
poppy
popcorn.
seeds, something.
They're made of shadows. You can just feed them French fries.
He is a fit.
Do not
Oh my
feed
lord, my dog.
French fries, please.
I would offer to, like, if you want to kind of show me on the carnival, because I haven't been to this one in a long time, but I don't know if you're drained after 2 conversations and then being on stage.
The stage was much, I guess, sure.
If you know any of the vendors or any, like, your favorite ride, this is not exactly what I do for, like, fun, and I'm curious to learn if you're willing to teach.
Wait, what were you asking her?
This is not my usual scene. If you have any favorite vendors or any favorite rides you'd like to be willing to show / share.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
To go around okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
To see the all right, cool. That I was like,
Is he taking the date to now?
Just conversation at this point. It's not even supposed to be a date.
We're not gonna let Amelia go. She's stuck with us.
apparently not. Apparently she's
For now.
She's with somebody.
She's shipped with one person, but it's setting sail with another.
She's too smart, and we're collectively not. We need her.
A voice of reason, if nothing else.
Oh no.
She was alive.
Y'all are putting too much burden on her.
That's fine.
We are just gonna adopt an NPC. It's fine. They're coming with us.
Doesn't that happen all the time?
Time. You've thrown so many
This
at
is
you.
30 sessions. It's been a while.
There was
been a hot
what,
minute.
sheriff and deputy and the boutique
But
lady.
they didn't travel with us. We're just gonna take this one.
Nah, we will see.
This was just coming
We'll
along.
see
My
what
insurance
happens.
does not cover civilian casualties.
Do you have insurance?
I hope to God I do.
He's like, oh god, oh god, oh god.
Okay, so in her, I'm gonna try to remember what I described her wearing. Did I say she was wearing
Stuff.
shorts?
No, she was
wearing a
with,
lot
like,
of green and
right?
black.
Yeah,
Yes.
and leggings.
so-
She had fishnet leggings.
Yeah, green. Neon
Neon green fishnet leggings, a green tank top
She was
with
wearing
a
stuff that would make Nash jealous.
black jean jacket.
Nash's style is surprisingly close to his.
This is the town Nash was in
Here's-
prison, so it makes sense.
But here's the thing, though. It's like the common clothing of the area.
Yeah.
Vorak was very formal and official and very elegant. While it was very human based, it also reeked of elven-esque, elegance. This is very, very grunge, very punk, very hot pink, hot green, hot purples, all those with blacks and dark blues. And she is wearing a black lace petticoat, very, very fluffy with all the frills. And then, ankle high, high top boots, and fingerless gloves, and a green headband, wide.
Mhm.
And she just kind of, with blue hair, and just kind of gets up and is like, okay, I don't usually hang around here, but I can take you to where I normally hang out.
Sure.
Like where I get all the stuff for where I got all my invention. It's not far. It's like a 10-minute walk.
if you got the time.
Sure. And she just kind of starts walking, without any other words.
Okay. He'll text Nash as he's walking. Said, "Hey, just gonna hang out with her for a bit more. I'll meet you guys back at the house whenever."
That rat bastard. I'm just kidding. I didn't see this. No, sorry.
You can. You're right there. Like, the stage is not
We're
far
like
from where you guys are
50
hanging out.
feet away, right? Like, it's not terribly far.
It's a big open. It's like I said. It's a big park. It's whatever park is in front of whatever capital that you've ever been to. It's kind of an open field area. People put up vending machines and vendors and rides and stuff.
Nash
He does put his
Better be
tracker on
talking
also
setup.
gears, just to let you know, so that way he can be followed in case something goes awry.
Oh, you got the GPS on?
I did not actually. Yes, my GPS be on.
GPS be on.
I
GPS
wasn't
be
gonna say it to Brett, but in chat I put it's a secondary location. Beware.
I love the goth girlfriend. Yes, this is the smart goth geeky girlfriend.
Real quick, Nash is going to text back. Let us know if the date is going really well and you want us to pull off some rom-com stuff like finding a marching band or a flash mob.
There's a long pause, and then there's a type. Where would you find a marching band?
Marching band. We do have a bard.
It's not a band.
Very good bard at
Give
that.
me a sec.
He is going to text back, Lathander will guide me.
Motherfucker. He's gonna audibly say out loud, motherfucker. Sure.
Also, with this, it's been a minute. Whose comms are on and whose comms are off?
Nash's is on.
And I thought everyone was right next to each other, so mine's still on. Oh no, mine's on because it was on in the car
Yeah.
for the beer. No, that was over the speaker.
no.
Mine's still off.
Baldrick's speaker, like the interior of a car, Bluetooth was on, but that was it.
Yeah. Nash
Mine is on, so that because I was talking to y'all earlier, but he is going to mute himself, so he can still receive messages and hear from people, but they don't hear his conversation because the last thing he needs is people nitpicking and commenting on his conversation.
I mean, it's
I'm
more
gonna
the fact
do
that
it
you
anyway,
just
but-
stole.
I didn't steal anything. I just asked her if she wanted to hang out.
Stop
So-
putting holes in my ship.
So,
Think it like the fucking Titanic.
This is either
careful.
the best swerve for this ship, or the most amazing long con wingman ever.
I mean, the Fed
We
did
will
compliment Boston, so we will see.
we will see what happens. Oh my god. All right, so after the 8 to 10 minute brisk walk with a few turns here and there, she takes you to a little what looks like a mom and pop shop, and it is I'll come up with a catchy theme, but it's got a storefront of little gadgets and gadgets, kind of a, you know, one man's trash is another's treasure kind of situation
Yeah,
theme.
Boston's probably seen places like this before. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's kind of a pull apart for gadgets.
Mm-hmm.
And she goes in, and the door chimes, and it's kind of old school. You have to open the door yourself. There's no sliding door, no. But you know, kind of homey. And the bell chimes, and out comes a little man. He says, "Oh, hey, Amelia, how are you? How did the contest go? Did you do well?" "Oh yeah, I did good. I got." And she looks down at the ground. "I got first place." And the guy just lights up, like, oh my god, and he's like kind of older, so he can't get really animated, but his face and his expressions like get really excited, like, oh, that's so great, that's so wonderful, you can now get into Aurora, that's amazing, you're so good, such a talent, I knew you could do it, and he goes off on this little thing, and she's just like standing there so quiet, just looking at the shelves, and like, yeah, thanks for your help, I appreciated it. One thing you'll note, walking in, you'll see there's a lot of for sale signs, clearance signs. Items are 50% off, 60% off, 90% off. And then there's a little sign on the counter saying going out of business.
Gotcha.
And so it kind of makes sense that she would be here getting items for her projects.
Amelia, are you gonna introduce me to your fan here?
Oh yeah, this is Papa, Papa, and she's kind of at a loss for words because he's just been gushing all over her for the second here. Let me pull out the. Oh yeah. Oh, don't worry about Amelia. She gets this way. It's fine. Just we just kind of let her be herself. But yeah, no. I'm Mr. Smith, or as she calls me, Papa Smith. But no, yeah, it's very nice to meet you. Are you her brother, or?
Oh, I don't know. That's very flattened, but no. I just met her at the carnival, and we're just hanging out. You know, a little victory lap after her win.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, you got yourself a fan. That's great, Amelia. That's awesome. So.
Oh, sorry.
Wait.
My name is Jones, Boston Jones.
Oh, okay, Boston Jones. That's great. That's awesome. That's wonderful. You guys came here after. That's interesting.
Her
but
idea.
no, that's great.
Her idea. I'm just letting her lead.
And he looks at Amelia. He's like, "Is this?" And she kind of looks down at the ground. You guys feel free to look around, and you know what? First $50 items, 50 gig items on me for winning.
Kind of you. But I have to ask, and he's not, Amelia, what I love the shop, by the way. I love the look. Reminds me of home. Looking around, I'm sure there are a lot of small shops like this back in his hometown, I'm assuming, like just in the middle of nowhere sort of vibe. Yeah. Amelia, what is something that you've been wanting to get for a long time, but you couldn't justify getting it for yourself?
And she stands there thinking for a minute. I can't really think of anything that I've wanted. And Smith comes over and, oh, you know what? I know she likes. And she just he kind of walks around the counter out to the side. And he goes and he lifts this item up, and then he brings it down, and he just kind of walks it over. It looks a little heavy in his hands. Brings it over. This thing. This is what she's wanted. And roll an intelligence check.
I'm gonna guidance myself because I want to know exactly, just a general idea of what's going on. Listen, I might be a dummy, but he's gonna try to be as smart as he can. It could be worse, could be better. 12.
Okay. You can tell from the looks of it, and in the manner of shape it is, it's a portable server. A lot of servers that, like, if you do a search, they're really tall, really big, really wide. This one is smaller. It is kind of round. It's not really round. It's got a lot of sides to it. It's like a dodecahedron. It's got many sides to it. That's 10, isn't it? That's not enough. Anyways, it's got that there's a bunch of different flat sides to it, and it could feasibly sit on any one of them. Some of them are vents, some of them are faces. It's brand new. It was worth a good amount of credits.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna look at it, and look at her. Before I decide to buy this for you, Amelia, would this be me stepping out of line, or would you want to say this is an IOU so next time you buy me lunch or something like that? If there's a next time.
What's your passive perception?
Not very high, unfortunately.
Buddy.
11. Because I didn't want to build a high wisdom character. I always do it, but I didn't want to. Because I let someone else do it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
I realize that has to change, but we also need someone who's also smart, so I have to build him to be more intelligent based. I'm trying. I'm sorry.
it's fine. It's fine. It's just in this situation. Oh my gosh. You know what? I'm just gonna let it ride. She looks at the ground and her face, slightly pale from not seeing much sun, is actually turning quite pinkish. I don't think, and the guy who, by the way, his name tag says Roberto. But everyone calls him Papa Smith. How about this? I'll discount it. It's fine. I'll discount it because it's one of the few items that's not discounted.
What is the tag on it if I look at it?
If you want to actually look at it.
Well, if it's in his hands, I might as well look at the tag.
Might as well look at the price. Yeah. Let's pull up that price tag here. So it is rather expensive.
Okay.
Even though it's old and
Sure.
not new. More than likely used. Let's pull up my guide for the prices in this area of the world. Because I don't want it to be cheap.
Oh, sure.
Even though they are in a cheap area.
Right.
So, of
Buying
course,
a
it's my fucking world. I do this strange exchange rate.
It's fine.
Anyways, do.
I mean, you've made it so easy on yourself. I don't know what the hiccup is.
You know what? Shut up, Tony.
That seemed rather aggressive for someone who's always trying to be positive, good vibes gears. I'm just saying, we're having a good time. We're all vibing.
I've also been bugging them with possible shop names in the background. So.
Oh, never mind. Continue. He's being a twat.
Beat
Go
him
for
up,
it.
beat him up, beat him up.
Kill him.
This is a good old fat 1 gig.
1 gig.
And if you'll remember, her reward for winning was 40 gig.
I'm hold on. I have your exchange rate right here. Okay.
And that's the price before he said anything about discounting it.
He's gonna look at it. Look at this shop. Is there anything? You and I kind of want to talk about this, but also I think having this friendship might up Boston's kind of techie stuff. Is there anything in here that he knows he could jerry-rig or start making? Are there bugging devices these old-fashioned ones that you could transmitters, receivers, so that way you could do some spying and intelling, little portable cameras or things like that, so he could start doing his job a bit better, if you know what I mean. Think of a Radio Shack. Is this place a Radio Shack?
You creep on her?
No, I'm talking about for my job as a cowboy who's supposed to track and collect people alive.
I'm making fun. Don't worry. Yeah, absolutely. This kind of shop has all those things. A lot of them are innocent. A lot of them are there's toys stuff or stuff that would be considered toys, but that can be reprogrammed and remade, pulled the guts out and put into a different container for a different use. That would definitely work for that kind of thing. There's so many other it's definitely a it's a pawn shop, but like I said, a pull apart. It's
gonna tap her on the shoulder. I said, "Hey, I actually could use a help with some things for my work. I need to start making like better cams and better trace systems. I just got some new members of my crew, and I could probably use some better tech. Would you be willing to help me with that? And we can probably get all the stuff we need here."
She looks at you and she smiles. Yeah, I could help with that. And like the color kind of returns. She's no longer blushing.
He does take that from his hands, and then but yeah, well, first we're gonna be taking this, and then actually, hold on, before he does that, I gotta think about how to do this. Actually, no, Boston's not me. He's just gonna grab it and put it in his hands and says, okay, we're gonna need all these things. He's just gonna list off a bunch of things that be required for surveillance, all that sort of stuff.
Okay. And you give it to the old man?
Yeah, he's gonna hold on to it while they're going around and picking up other things. If they have carts here, he'll grab a cart.
I need a little more specific. So he gives the server to the old man, or he takes it from the old man?
He's taking the server from the old man, saying that he's going to purchase it, like as a way of like mine.
And the list he gives to Amelia or to the old man?
Amelia first, but if Amelia doesn't know, he'll like gesture to Papa Smith.
Okay. All right. Making sure it makes sense. All right. So, and there is a what is essentially a floating basket. It's a, think of it like the store hand baskets, only it floats. It's about that big. This isn't a like full cart or Home Depot type of cart store. This is just those little hand baskets. And there's a few of those baskets, and it kind of goes with you. You're able to put little items in, and she walks with you and starts pulling items off shelves and whatnot to be like, okay, this has
XYZ. He does not need to get specific at this exact moment.
I know, but I just saw Tony's next post. Oh my god. Enough, Tony. I got it. Thank you.
Shut him up. I'm so proud of you. Do it more. We deserve it. If we're being twats to you, stop us. Except Darkness. Darkness would never do anything evil or menacing once. Everyone else here is awful.
We're gonna go with
innocent. I am just sitting here.
We're gonna go with Peepaw's Baubles, or Peepaw's Baubles, or whatever the hell I think that was. So there we go, folks. It's Peepaw's Baubles.
Peepaw's Baubles. All right.
So yeah, she's going around. She's like explaining, this doesn't look great, but this has a great battery in it. You can pull it out and recharge it, and this has the cables that you'll need because they don't rust. And she'll go through explaining all of that, and you have a really good full cart by the time you get back to the counter.
Perfect.
You are only missing one or two items, but those she has instructed are better off to be bought brand new than used.
Sure. He's gonna drop 5 gigs on the table for all the stuff here.
Okay.
That more than covers it. Does that cover it or no?
It more than covers it, because the most expensive item is that one server, which was 1 gig. Everything else, all the stuff you got might be half a gig.
He gives 5 gigs, and keep the change for your wonderful personality and your positive. I just love the space.
Oh, thank you. This is so generous. I honestly, I don't know if I can take this, but and she's like, "People, just take it. It's fine. I'm sure it's good. I'm sure it's clean."
It looks like, yeah. Don't worry. This is it might be one of many installments. I got some new employees, and I'm probably gonna need more of this sort of supplies.
Okay, that's fine. And he kind of chats you up, and he wants to know what do you do? What are your employees?
He explains his line of work and how technology like this is helpful for his line of work. And if he can come across or finds any things that kind of match what they previously bought, let him know, and he'll give him one of his business cards.
Oh yeah, no, I'm actually gonna just be getting rid of everything I've got. I'm not gonna be in the business anymore. It's kind of lost its you know, sparkle. It's kind of, you know, I've lost far too many loved ones over the years to this company, and I just don't think I can keep going with this. And this is the part, like, he just really starts to slow down. Like, his mind wanders in, and
well, make sure to get yourself an extra drink on me tonight, all right? And you'll like tap him on the shoulder softly.
Oh yeah, no, I don't drink, but I appreciate it. It's and she's like, it's okay, Papa. And he's like, yeah, oh no, you know, it's better if you spend it on the young ones. You know, they're more likely to need it. I'm just, you know, retiring. I don't have anyone else, and it's anywho, and he just finishes ringing up the rest, and
you know what?
Finishes up the transaction. Sorry.
He's going to suggest. You know, you might. I might suggest a vacation with a bit of extra cash that I just I can give you some more if you think that you need it. But I think you should head to where's the town that we were just at? Why is my brain flacking out right now?
Are you trying to convert this poor man?
No, I'm just saying that there's a lot of green out there, and he might appreciate the change of scenery. What's the town's? What's the country's name? Brain.
Vorak.
Thank you. I'm so sorry, Gears. I promise I haven't been this with you. Yeah,
it's fine.
You know, you might want to change the scenery, just like kind of get a bit of a detox. Vorak's got some great scenery, lots of trees, lots of green. It like the pack that's just for down here. It's really nice.
At this point, Amelia puts her hand on your shoulder. No.
Okay.
And she kind of like, it's, well, thank you, Peepaw. We'll go. He's like, that's fine, Amelia. Don't worry about it. She's like, it's fine. We'll go. And she excuses herself and grabs everything. And they walk out.
Apologies if I misstepped.
The old man kind of just, have a good day, you know, kind of just blinks out the rest of that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's walking outside with a bag that has half of the stuff. I'm sure you've carried the other stuff.
Yeah. But that, sorry if I misstepped, was meant to be for her when we got outside. Like.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry if I overstepped or misstepped.
She's like, it's been hard on him. It's been he lost his kids last week, and they were I don't know if you heard about what happened. There was a bombing incident in Vorak, and they kind of they didn't make it. They were supposed to be on a little trip for, I don't know. They never told me what it was about, but they never came back.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
And that's...
None of us can date her.
I'm sorry to hear that. I wish I had known.
This is the one thing that was keeping him going, and he's just gonna, retire.
Yeah, I can understand that.
But, he's been like a second father, and he wants me to stick around, so yeah, he's great.
Again, congratulations, Pleasant. He's going to gesture to but he's probably carrying the bag that has the heavier item. Congratulations once again. You want to pick up some chow or anything like that, or do you want to go head home?
I think I should head home.
Sure.
I'm kind of tired. It's actually been a long day.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah.
I actually have a question for you before you go. I don't know if I'm not gonna be staying in town for long. I think we're leaving like tomorrow or like the day after. So I won't have a lot of time to work on the projects that I told you about. Could I just, if you have some downtime, would you be willing to do these as like a commission? And like you can send me updates, and like if you need any parts, just let me know. I'll send you the cash.
I suppose. Not sure.
If you have the time. I'm not trying to like throw a project onto anything like that. I don't know if I'll have the time for a while, and
I
like talking to you. Fun.
Thanks. My family doesn't really approve of this.
I see.
Though they don't try to keep me from it, they do make it difficult. So I've actually had to use Peepaw's other shop to make my stuff. I just don't have a place to. My family. Huh?
Would you have like, how far away is my office from here?
I would say it's like a 10-15 minute drive.
What are you doing tomorrow morning?
I've got a server game I've got at, I do overnight, and
sure. I might have a place where you can work. It's my office. I'm not here too often these days. So it's just space that's not being used, and you can just use it if you're willing.
Yeah.
Come by, we grab some donuts and coffee or whatever.
Okay. I can do that.
Great. I'll see you then. And do you want me to hold on to your stuff so that way you don't get any flack from your folk?
Yeah, they like to investigate, and
sure.
Sometimes my siblings, my parts go missing. They call it, a hide and seek, but I never find them. So, but yeah, and she hands you the bag.
Yeah, of course. I will see you tomorrow, and it was once again a pleasure to meet you. And he'll offer his hand in a handshake.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow. And she shakes it back and then just kind of walks off with her actual winning project in her hand.
Uh-huh.
And splits off in a different direction, probably, shortly after the end of this conversation. We'll say it's like mostly the way back, but not all the way back. You're like 2 minutes. 2 minutes later, you'll be back at the location, and we'll see what the rest of the crew is up to. Unless you want to rejoin during that, I don't.
He'd probably head back home unless they told him that they're still at the carnival. He'd probably head home.
Yeah, I figured we'd probably all headed off to the car because Fen wanted to read and Granny was drunk.
And probably getting drunker. Tony, can we go to a break now and then we'll come back and have the whole group reconvene?
We must be linked because I just preloaded it. So, y'all, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Bye.
believe we're looking for is
Pappy is a
Prospector.
prospector. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Prospector
And
Pappy.
apparently Pappy is just like the thing that we're doing right now because this is the second Pappy.
I have no idea where that guy came from. He ripped my mic away from me. Very weird.
Yeah.
It's 11 p.m.
yeah.
here and someone just broke into my house. So
That is terrifying.
It wasn't me. We have evidence because I'm still not wearing socks.
because you're that does not
Proof,
mean what you think it is.
proof.
Oh my gosh.
I am not. I've given you my feet pics for free. I don't know what you're running into over there, blood.
Welcome back, everyone. I hope you
Not that.
enjoyed your break. I hope you got your snack, your drink, the restroom, everything. Let the dogs out, in, whatever, how it may be. We're going to get back into it. We are missing Darkness, unfortunately. They are having the same internet issues as Rev. So we are hoping we can get them back before the night ends. But if they do,
Look where Ramita's name tag is. Look where Ramita's name tag is on the stream. Look at where Ramita's name tag is on the stream.
Interesting.
Everything is fine. I don't know what you're talking about.
everything is fine. Everything is awesome.
Everything is cool when you're messing streets on the fly. Everything is awesome.
I think he's gonna cry.
I'm just like,
It's okay. It's okay, guys. If you were interested in seeing what Amelia looks like, the image, the generated AI generated image, is in the ANI Discord. If you are a part of it, you're welcome to check it out in the fan art section. If you're not a part of the Discord, what are you doing? You can hang out with us there, possibly, or other fans of ANI content.
sometimes I just vibe in the voice channels and play the music bot and see if anybody shows up just during the day.
Yeah.
Why don't you
So-
DM me? I could talk to you.
Yeah. So let's
I'm kind of
get
tempted
more
on putting my AI of Fen in there.
interactions, folks. If you guys want to hang out with us directly, if not, if that's too much, don't want to meet your idols, that's fine too. Let's get on with the game, and we're gonna hope that this Darkness comes back. So drunk Ramita in the car in the back seat
She just kind of comes
of
out.
of the Baldric car, and Fenrana reading the journal, and Boston comes back. And what is Nash doing when he joins him?
He's probably picked up some like fried noodles or whatever on the way out over.
Probably not fried noodles. He's eaten. He can always snack, but like he's gotten a couple of.
No, I said
snacks
Boston's coming back with fried noodles.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood your pronouns there.
No.
With just a random he.
Sorry.
I was talking to Brett. You're good.
No, I think I helped make it confusing. Nash, what are you doing when Boston rejoins you?
Honestly, I'm not sure. Nash is pretty much. Have we made it back to that place yet? Have the house yet?
Have you decided to go back to Boston's apartment? He was gone
I
for
don't
maybe
know anywhere else.
20, 25 minutes, 30.
Yeah, Nash doesn't know anywhere else to go. Hi, we have friends back.
Welcome back. We're deciding where we're going. Are you gonna stay at the carnival while Boston's gone, or are you gonna head back home?
I was figuring we were heading back home.
Send him a message on the way.
Yeah.
Meet you back at your place.
Look, sometimes you
Mhm.
use Control Z to put the stream back really quickly, and it also adjusts the audio sliders, and you don't notice.
Ah, there.
Woohoo!
it is. Been there.
So, whoops.
Oopsies.
You live and you learn on that one, I guess. I apologize, y'all. So, yeah, I think we probably, as a crew without Boston, would probably head back, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ben is going with whatever everyone else decides. They have a book they're reading.
Yeah.
So you guys are back at Boston's apartment.
Let Boston
this-
know that we're going to his apartment and ask
Very,
him if
very-
he needs a ride.
Thinking ahead.
Because if he needs a ride, we have the ride for Tony, or for Nash that he can use.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How far is this place from my
Question.
apartment?
Question.
Oh, I was gonna say, is Baldric just sitting in the car?
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna ask,
Okay.
did he like drive off?
That's where he was. That's where he was last week, and that's where he's going to stay as the driver for now.
That's fine. I say we leave Baldric to drive Boston home.
Okay, that's fine.
I think we take the extra car. That way, like, if something happens, we've got somebody on the ground who can get to Boston fast.
And he's not alone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
valid.
also, nicely ties up Baldric so that we're not like, Baldric is just sitting in the room while we have conversations. Because that would be a thing that would come to bite us later.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
this neatly solves two problems.
Yeah.
I mean, he does bite now.
Right.
So,
What's his bite damage?
Listen,
So
listen, we need to not go
Unfortunate.
down this road right now.
Look, I don't.
Blade?
OnlyFans.
All right. So Nash and Ramita and Fenrana take the already paid for vehicle for the day back to Boston's apartment. And what are you folks doing?
I know Ben is still on the plan of like drink on the patio, right? Or Ramita is still on the plan of drink on the patio, right?
Yep. Go to the patio, have a drink, and look through old family photos and pictures of her wife because she's drunk and reminiscing.
I think Nash is going to hold back Fen for a moment so they can have a quick convo.
Okay.
All right, so everything is complicated. You know that,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Very, very, very apparent. What's this about, Nash?
Did you get the results from all of your paperwork back just fine? Did that?
I am still in a waiting period. I need to check on it again tonight, but the next step is I'm going to be calling somebody and trying to put a rush on it, seeing as we are in a bit of a rush. The downside of Auroran is we are very bureaucratic. Lots of paperwork, lots of nonsense, time wasted.
So that paperwork, did that have my name on it?
No.
Okay.
No, I put you as basically you are attached to what's his fuck? Boston. I forgot his name. Oh my god. It's fine. You're attached to Boston as an employee. I never put any specific names. You're just his employee.
Okay. So I talked with the PO today, and we also need to let them know when we're going places. And they're gonna keep
Right.
tracks differently. Those systems aren't gonna match.
How do you mean?
Nash isn't my name.
Okay. There's that. So, one moment.
I mean,
And Fen just kind of like does this like thinking.
it's like a nom de plume, almost. It's not really. I have the sim chip for it.
But it's not attached to your original identity that went to jail?
Correct.
Good to know. In that case, what do we have to do to make it to where you do not go to jail again?
I think at the moment I just have to tell my PO when I go places. I don't think the records have to match. I think we're mostly in the clear, but if this kicks back at some point and they need more information and it blows up on us.
Yes, that is indeed very bad, especially with me trying to bring you into Auroran, as we have to go to Auroran soon. I'm gonna get fired. I'm gonna end up in jail. Anyway,
I don't think not knowing that someone is using an illegal name is illegal, for the record.
yes, but in... You do remember that Zylo's brother, is in jail because of something he was suspected of doing, correct?
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Auroran. It is always presumed guilty first. Because we are know-it-alls. Which is inherently a very bad system, being out in the world outside of Auroran.
You see why I'm trying to keep my nose clean.
Yes, I do. So Nash is attached to Boston. Original you, which if you don't want to tell me, that's totally fair, fine, is currently under probation, never went to Vorak. Correct?
I think technically
Officially?
there's tracking data of me in Vorak. But I'm a little bit...
Right, because you got the new identity in Vorak.
No.
Oh,
No.
got it here?
Technically? Prison.
Got new identity in prison. Released as original name. Nash went to Vorak. Potentially original name went to Vorak. Nash is under Boston. And we just have to prove your location to your PO to make it okay.
I mean, I've thought about draping the SIM chip on Boston's cat so that it moves around the apartment but doesn't leave the apartment, so they have tracking data of it on something. But I don't know that would work.
Would I know whether or not that would work with sim chips?
You can roll an intelligence check for tech.
I'm
Yep,
sorry.
yep,
Are you
yep.
trying to pull the Ant-Man 2 scene where they put the tracking device on the giant ant?
It's fine.
Because when he's under house arrest,
I've forgotten the entirety of the plot of Ant-Man 2. So apparently,
Oh, it's been used in other situations.
It has. That's just the one my brain immediately
one
popped
that your
out
brain
to.
went to right there. Okay, so intelligence, tech. We don't have a tech modifier.
Arcana is what I would suggest because that's the closest thing to tech
yes,
for us.
Yes.
Sweet,
Arcana would be
fantastic.
the
That is a
closest
plus
thing to this.
fucking 8.
Thanks, Brett.
Oh no, my bad. The person who went to school and is still going to school and knows things about technology.
Anyway, I rolled a 14, so that's what, 20?
19.
2. 20, 14 plus
Wait, what?
8 is 22.
22.
Oh, I was thinking plus 5.
Yes. No.
Sorry,
Lots of
I don't
numbers,
know why I
big
went
number.
plus 5. Big number. Okay. Yes.
22.
You do know that would work. As so long as the sim chip is not attached to the individual, because sometimes taking it out is a bigger issue than if having to do so. But if it is, because sim chips don't have to be installed into an individual, it's a very personal decision. If it's if it's on a ring or if it's on something external, that can happen. And as far as legal goes, it's usually not a big problem. The only, as you saw at Dvorak, for situations where they need to keep tabs on someone, they have a physical ankle bracelet for that kind of thing. So, like, they still go back with older systems if they need to keep track.
Reliable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So keeping track of a sim is only like, it's a loosey-goosey way of doing things, but since he's only on, probation instead of like house arrest, it's not quite as strict.
Anyway, I feel like that's a backup. As long as we do the right paperwork, I don't think should be fine. Right?
Besides, photos and videos still exist. So if he's physically picked up somewhere, that alerts people, like, paperwork, it's fine. Yeah, it's totally doable.
You could, in theory, on paper, make it to where you stay here. However, physically, you would be in Auroran, and is there a way for us to get original name into Auroran without questions? That is the question. Give me some time to think. We have until the morning, evening? How much time do we have until we had to get Ramita out of Ithros?
Ramita needs to be on their way out of Ithros in the late afternoon, early evening of the next day. So you still have
we have the morning of tomorrow to plot, but we have to move before.
No,
they have to be crossing the border by, we'll say, 6 p.m.
Okay.
Of that day.
So where are we going? Because if so, I need to let my PO know ASAP, because they're supposed to get like a day and a half, 2 days lead.
The plan is Auroran. However, there's now 2 people I have to work around. Give me just a little bit of time. I'm gonna call somebody.
I think I'll go on. Wait. Do you need to know?
Unless we are putting your name on paperwork, which currently we are not, I do not need to know anything. That's your secret to keep. You obviously took on Nash as another name for a reason, and I'm not going to press.
Okay. I'm gonna go check on Granny.
Ramita?
Yeah.
Yes. Make sure she doesn't, put herself into a coma, please.
She's very hardy. I think
She is, but I also still worry. She's very tiny.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you for the heads up. I'm gonna do administrative stuff.
And do you have a conversation with Ramita? Do we want to explore that, or Boston?
Yes,
do you want to join the? No, seriously, go for it.
I wasn't sure if we were doing the phone call over on the other side first or not, so I was sort of letting you direct where we wanted to go. But
no, let's do this in here right now. This is fine.
Are you still? Is Ramita still looking at pictures of her wife?
Wife and everyone. So like, if Nash opens up that door, Granny's gonna go full Granny and just be like, "Look at this! Look at this! This is when Viper was just born. Look how tiny! Look at those little fists! Can you really believe that they grew up to be a fighter?"
I mean, you can kind of does look like a little pissed off baby a little bit, but
Yeah, that's why they named her Viper.
Did she kill the nurse with venom? Like, what do you mean?
Ramita, if you'll recall, Viper is the nickname you gave her. It's not her birth name that her parents gave her.
Oh shit. Okay.
is that a
Just
That's why I called her Viper.
Is that
That's why okay. That's why I started calling her Viper. So feisty.
is this next photo a photo of her biting the doctor?
That was a good day.
This is a photo of her after she got her shots at 2.
Oh, she was so mad. But look at my wife. Just holding her. Oh, no one else could hold her, and have her be that still.
She is actually the most peaceful in this photo.
This life. You think you got it. You think you know it, and stuff like this comes along. Having kids. I never thought I'd be a good grandma, you know. I still don't think I am, but you know, they were wonderful. I would do it again. All of my kids, the ones that are here, the ones that I've lost. It was worth it.
How do you do it? Like,
Do what?
put one foot in front of the other. Like,
I lost myself for a bit there. You know, my kids and I don't have a good relationship, and it's partially because, or mostly because of how I was raising them. But when I lost my wife, I lost everything. She was my moon and I was her tide. She kept me moving throughout the day, and I lost my motivation. But then all that BS happened with Viper, and it kind of brought me out of it, you know? And it made me realize that, like, yes, I lost my main reason, but there's still so many other things. There's things that I never got to see with her. Things that I'm going to see for her. And I want to help the kids as much as possible become more like her. Just everything's for her, I guess. I think to myself, like, she wouldn't want me to sit still. She would hate that. That's how I keep moving.
funny. You and I are more alike than I ever thought we would be.
Is it the fighting?
I kind of knew that. Honestly, it's a proclivity for drow women.
Oh, they are beautiful. Just, you know, some people think that, like, you like one of them, you're gonna like them all, but I only ever had eyes for her.
Not found anybody who can hold a candle to mine either.
Do you wanna open up? Like, what happened? If not, I can tell you more about mine. I'll go on forever about her.
I was going through a rough time. She was helping me keep the boat righted. But you know how it is in the ring, you're the only one there. And so sometimes you learn to rely on just yourself and you shut everyone else out. And I started to spiral. She stepped in and tried to help slow and stop the spin, and I shoved her away. I fucked it up. And then I went to prison.
Have you tried to talk to her at all since?
Sent her a letter from behind bars, but no response. I don't have an address. I don't have... Plus, I mean, I don't know that she'd want to hear from me anyway.
If this is how you feel about her, then I'm sure she still has strong emotions towards you as well. You know, my wife, I'm a fuck up. And she gave me so many chances and she kept trying. Not like I ever cheated, but I'm not emotional. I pushed her away too. It's reaching out and talking to him. We gotta find her, man. We gotta find her, and you gotta make your peace. I think if you talk with her and apologize, she'll see it and you can make it work, but finding her is the main thing. Do you have any leads?
Maybe. Gears, I don't remember this part. I think I did ask Ironsides about her, but I don't remember if he had any information or not.
I honestly don't remember saying anything, so I think that there was no information.
Okay.
I can't quite recall if you asked, so if you say you did, then I'm guessing I just didn't give any information, so there's nothing to, no information on her.
Either he wanted to and bailed out, or he did, and I don't remember because it's only been like 4 months.
Yeah, either way, there was not any, like, I would have elaborated enough to have information to give you. I don't think there was any.
Okay. The only person from that life I still have anything to do with has no idea. But she's brilliant, so she's probably doing something awesome.
They always find a way, don't they? Drow woman, nothing can keep them down.
Not ours. Anyway.
We'll find her. Yeah. Hey, maybe they're related. Great grandma over here. Just.
I'm not gonna lie. They'd be both weird and kind of cool. Can I have a sip, by the way?
Yeah, here you go. You can have the rest. Kinda.
How much is left?
Gotta slow down.
Is this a bottle you bought, or you just go into Boston's like stash that he had and just like take one of the random bottles? Just
You know
curious.
what? Do a D20 roll.
Me? Oh,
We'll
let's
see how. No.
Oh.
Yeah. You see how much it was when they started, and we'll do a contest roll for the two of them.
Oh, it's not.
Oh, so it is my bottle. 10.
Okay.
4.
We're rolling a d20.
Yep.
Any modifiers?
Nope.
Okay.
This is straight up physics.
That's 7.
Okay, so it was half a bottle when Ramita picked it up. She was already really gone from what Boston had given her at the fair. So she maybe have had a couple of shots, and Nash has definitely equaled it, if not done more damage to the bottle at this point.
Is he just having the one sip, or are you having lots of sippies there, Nash?
Well, originally it was just
Whatever Ramita did, he's doing more. So maybe she barely touched it. Maybe she took one sip, and in his size and figure, his one drink is bigger than hers. Just equate it in your own head, but he's taken more of the bottle than she has.
Bottle.
And it was only half full when they started.
He just takes a full up swig, I think. But because Nash is so much bigger, right? Like,
yeah.
I
A
think
swig for
that's
her
just
is a
lot more.
pint for anyone else.
Or like a little shot.
Yes,
A swig for Nash is a pint for everyone else.
Yeah.
They come in pints.
It's come some points.
I'm getting old.
Yeah. A whole drink for Ramita is like a shot to Nash, so it's like, like a little more. So there's a very little bit, maybe a couple ounces left in the bottle.
Okay.
Probably
If anything,
we're probably going to need to replace this.
Yeah, I'll get him something better.
I'll
it
try
is
with
cheap
what I
stuff, by
got.
the way.
Huh?
It is cheap stuff.
Oh yeah, 100%.
That's why I said I'll replace it with something better. I'm gonna. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go for it if you got more.
Do you know where she's from? Like, any family? Cause like, I have my wife was married before, so I got people everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, she talked about her family. I never met them. Gears, I realized in the notes we have,
Yeah.
I forget how the parents identify. I know that they are gay, but I do not know which flavor of gay we're dealing with, because I have no pronouns. I have nothing in here that states that.
Oh, for
her.
For her parents?
Yeah.
Okay. Male, masculine, gay.
Okay. Gotcha.
Hey, I was about to be like, Gears, you sneaky.
Sneaky.
Well, for the record,
What?
it is specified that it's not you. Not exactly, but
Oh yeah, no.
Don't connect me to the other characters, damn it.
That'd be interesting to be sure. It'd be interesting.
I was like, don't give me ideas, guys. But at the same time, I was like,
actually going to be Nash's grandma by the end of this.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
once removed because nieces and anyways.
Yeah, grandma-in-law or whatever.
She's a niece of Granny's, Ramita's wife.
There we go.
I'm just.
No, I mean, she told me about her dad's, and she's from Itheros. But yeah, I mean, that's what I got. There's lots of, she liked Sudoku, but I don't think that's super helpful here.
I mean, if there's tournaments, we'll start with the dad, if you know where he is, because we're gonna be heading around. So
I assume back in Itheros still, but they could have moved. I mean, he made a bunch of money with me when we were working together. So
hope's not gone. When there's love, there's always hope. So we'll find her. It is my goal. Because everyone deserves what I had. Hell, I wish she was still here. You guys would love her.
much like you, she'd fit in just fine.
She's much better than me. Like you said, crazy smart, beautiful, can cook like a goddamn angel. She'd know what to say.
This point, I'm going to say if Boston does make it back to his own apartment, one way or another.
He's probably picked up some food just for himself / if anyone wants it, just some cheap Chinese takeout that you get inside the box. He's got random things you can't read the menu. I accidentally got eel one time that way.
Is it good?
Oh, it was fantastic because all street Chinese food is fantastic in Chinatown, but it was a surprise. I was like, oh,
oh, this is a thing.
Yeah.
So yeah,
all things of egg rolls and some like wontons or whatever, just and some box of noodles.
So Boston, you come into your apartment and
Hey, I'm back.
Nash is on the outside. Yeah. Nash and Ramita are out on the porch in their individual chairs.
Did we see him come in?
You can probably hear him come in.
Yeah, he's not being quiet.
It's a small apartment. It's not tiny, but it's small.
Boston, where you been, man?
Just hanging out with a friend, and I got some grub. I got egg rolls, fried noodle, shrimp fried noodle, and I think it's beef. I couldn't understand what the guy was saying.
Good dog.
Food is good.
Oof.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then...
By the way, as he came in, he saw Fen like off in a corner on the phone.
Stretch as well.
Just all stressed out.
Oh yeah, what does Fen do when they're stressed? Do they walk in circles on the phone, or do they fidget?
I feel like they're a clicker. Are they a clicker?
They're more of like they fidget with anything that's in their hand. So right now that's Seza.
The poor bird you're strangling.
Seza's real good preening.
No, Seza's like getting like scritched on the head and like
a real good preening. Like all of the screeches and the breaking of the feather. What are those things called? The caps.
Yeah, You
Getting real
are
good,
muted,
all of
buddy.
that.
You are muted, buddy.
Confused tone noises.
I'm just having a crisis because I should know what those are called. I am the bird dad.
You are bird dad.
You don't know anything about your bird? I thought you were a proper dad. I guess not.
I'll ask Lauren at one point or another, and I'll come back next time.
I thought you.
I'll go. Oh yeah, that's what.
I thought you were gonna say I'm gonna ask the bird.
If Cut is in the chat, right? I would adore it if they could like potentially put that in there, but they're probably not going to.
We'll probably get it. It's probably delayed. So yeah, that's the bird is getting really good scritches as
like so many scritches and like just kind of like sitting there fiddling with bird, playing with bird, while just kind of sitting in a corner going
And we'll say for the sense of tension with the new cat, your cat Mittens robot is also pawing at the new feathered individual, trying to like either get attention or figure out what it is and maybe play with it. Roughhouse, who knows?
Roughhouse. I mean, I've seen Cats and Birds Roughhouse. It's adorable, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. But like,
hey Mittens, it's go into comfort mode on Fenrana, and he's gonna point to Fenrana so the cat can go into
cat immediately goes and jumps on your lap and does the whole purring and pressure. Onto the mittens.
I'm sure it has
beans.
like those like massage rollers on its hands, so it just sits there and starts like rubbing as it starts like it is like a personal heater. Yep. Also,
I'm
so you're
getting
just getting
biscuited by a mechanical cat.
It is doing the biscuits. It is pushing up and is doing a pressure thing and is purring and it sounds like a big old kitty cat twice the size. And if this helps Fen, it's
I got you something with tofu because I didn't know if you'd want anything that was like this, Fen, by the way. Like
thank you. Yes, thank you.
Sure.
Back to our conversation.
Fen ate fish at the Death Temple.
Fen did eat fish.
Street tofu is actually very good if it's the Chinese food.
Street tofu is really good.
I love tofu.
For the record, the little feather things are called a sheath.
There.
Good job, Bird Dad.
I had to look it up, but I got it.
It's fine. It's fine. You were in Bird Dad mode.
Evening went well for me. How about you guys?
Very well. Holding up your bottle.
Cool.
It went fine. What do you mean
Sure.
by well?
Well, me and Amelia went to her favorite shop where she picks up things. We chatted with the shop owner, and we're getting coffee and donuts tomorrow for breakfast.
You bastard!
Back in
What?
date.
Why'd you take her on a date?
I didn't. I said we're gonna go hang out because she was just having a stressful day, and I figured she'd want to like just kind of get off the high of the adventure. Wait, I'm sorry, date?
That was a date.
Huh?
Those are great dates. You take girls to... You take them to antique shops.
Sure.
Bitches love antique shops.
Well, he's gonna open up some of the bags so Rita can look at it. It's just a bunch of antique, like mechanical junk that you'd find at pawn shops.
There's motherboards, there are chips, there's wires, there's all kinds of little cameras, just all kinds of innards of robotic stuff.
But it was
Remote
supposed to
controls.
be Ben that took her.
Sorry, Fen,
not
did you...
need two awkward people in a relationship.
I'm
this
sorry.
is not gonna work, guys.
I'm sorry, Fen, did you want to take... You could have gone with us, or I could have just suggested that you take...
I didn't say anything, actually.
So why... Anyway, something interesting happened at the shop, though. Apparently, the shop clerk owner may have had lost some people in the bombing incident that kind of got us together.
Aww.
And apparently, they're very close, but he's closing up shop because of the loss.
Like, they were monks?
Like they were on a trip, like how we were, and they didn't make it out of the bombing.
How many people died involved in the bombing again?
A handful, right? Like 5 or 6?
There were 6 bodies.
You knew them.
And not necessarily. They said that apparently they were just on a trip. Didn't give any details.
Didn't you know all the bodies?
No, just the ones that we drove in with. Which were 2 out of the 6, so. Unless I'm wrong, Gears. Did I know anyone else that was...
Personally, no.
Yeah.
I remember most of the bodies we found were in robes.
Maybe there was a religious retreat and they were the local clergy here. I don't... Your guess is as good as mine. Maybe they're just wearing the guest robes and they're getting their clothes changed.
He's like, please don't be them, please don't be them, please don't be them.
He's definitely doing that.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I mean, it's unfortunate. I was going to do some deets on it later tonight before I went to bed, but...
It's a good thing he wasn't at the funeral.
Yeah, I didn't mention that I was there at the bombing or what happened at the funeral.
But you're part of the church.
Not many people would guess that looking at me, to be fair.
I don't know if it's a good idea to say or not, but wouldn't you want to know that you made sure they got taken care of?
I'm still thinking on that, and again, I just want to do some research and do some background checks to make sure that everything's kind of all in order, if that makes any sense.
Well, once you do that, we should, I feel like we need to do something.
Yeah.
They close up shop, and I give them a pretty fat tip, like full gigs tip.
Money doesn't bring back love, family.
How drunk are you?
I have money and my family's not here.
Sure. But, I mean, the words from a stranger that was there at the funeral is only going to do so much for them, and because of my line of work, they might pin that against me, and I'm still trying to be friends or whatever is going on with Amelia, and they're very close. I just don't want to be disrespectful, is all. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Who knows?
Kind words go further, I would say.
Would it be fair to say that after this, everyone retires for the evening?
Actually, Boston would want to talk to Fen.
Okay.
But that we could do that next week.
Yeah, that my conversation with my stuff is gonna take a hot minute. I'm probably gonna do it off stream.
Well, yeah.
Want to try and get like the start of it now.
That can be done off screen. I was thinking we could jump into the morning and follow through with the breakfast.
Mm-hmm.
Fen's reaction is going to be very different based off how the conversation goes, you know?
Sure. And if Fen's on their call for a long time, he would just say, we'll pick it up in the morning because it's about Ramita/Nash.
So are we saying we have I'm trying to follow. Does the conversation on the phone have to finish for the next part?
I need to know what Fen's next steps are, because right now this is all they're going to be thinking about, and I can't accurately predict how this is going to end.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of need to like play through it before I can do anything beyond Fen sitting there stressing, going, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. You know?
Okay. Arven is asking some basic questions about Ramita. Because this is the only person that has not gone through all of their checklists of everything. The cowboy checks questionable, but it's not unheard of.
It's
Checks.
muscle.
Yeah, basically, it's hired muscle. The robot assistant checks. It's fine. Ramita is the only one that has no sense of link of need.
Necessity. Yeah.
That. Yep.
Okay.
So Ramita actually I'm trying to figure out how to phrase this really quickly. She is another form of muscle in one capacity, but also she is very much a way to... She's good at dealing with children, which we both know I am not. And with this case, lots of children are involved. And I figured something along those lines, while she is not in an official capacity to deal with children, she is a grandmother of many.
All right.
And quite honestly, at the time that I pulled her in, I did not trust most of the clergy, as it was their god that the cult was following.
But you did state that many of the children were found and returned.
Many, yes, but there are still some missing. We don't know what their condition is, where their mentality is.
All right. We can do this on a trial basis. This is a temporary agreement.
Of course.
It is tentative, and any stepping out of line can sever her from the project without my or your say.
Yes.
Understood?
Completely fair. I understood bringing her in was a long stretch, but at the time it seemed like the brightest idea, unfortunately.
All right. We'll issue the proper documents and get this all filed away as soon as possible. When do you expect to be returning?
That. I was actually in need to return to look into some files that were submitted by I can't remember their name. I always forget this fucking person's name.
Great-great-grandma.
My little gnome granny. My
Is
little
Destia Hailmaker?
Destia. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, Destia Hailmaker. Yes.
Hailmaker.
And certainly, I will make sure you have clearance for those documents when you arrive.
And the others, will they be able to come with me, or is that going to be a hot minute?
They can accompany you, but they will not have the clearance to the documents.
Oh, no, absolutely. I understand that completely. I wouldn't give them to them anyway. They wouldn't know what to do with them?
Fair enough.
Shade.
It's but it does take a higher.
Deep under, sorry.
They would only be many of the documents, of course, you understand, are only available to either Lumen or staff, and even higher up to the council.
That being said, how secure do we think this line is? Because that would be the only way these people have this information. They are actively using Destia's theories.
That, I think the line is very secure. There is absolutely very little to interrupt. If it was, we would know about it, and I would have to end the call immediately. But we suspect that there was an insider.
No, I was talking about the line of information flow within the university. Like, how solid do we think that border, nothing gets out, is?
Right. Yeah. You mean like the physical border of going in and out of Iran?
Not the physical border, like
How secure is the actual
how secure is the actual security on the information that we are supposed to be guarding and having only allowed to Lumen and upper members of the university?
I was getting to that. Sorry.
We think it came from an already approved member, insider. We are thinking somebody who had high enough clearance to have access to, but perhaps not high enough clearance that would be on our records as someone to take notice and watch. We are looking at all of the records, or the data of everyone who has access to the files within the last year, and we have a number of suspects, but it's going to take some time to investigate.
Nash, how are you doing that with your chopsticks? I can't grab it. Like, how are you doing that? You're muted, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
But so you hold the first one, like you're gonna like stab it with a pencil, right? And then,
Sure.
The second one is actually the one that moves, right? You only really have one move, so like you see this first one.
It sounds like you are with company. I think perhaps
I'm not. I have head, like, it's within my inner.
Yeah. Okay, so you've got.
That's just the conversation that Fen's hearing in the background.
They can't. They are not a part of this. This is very much in my own.
I wasn't sure that it was speakerphone or if it was okay.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No.
You could always scoop and stab like Ramita does.
I just for that like use a spoon. Like it just seems like I don't need to be fancy, and they use spoons.
But stabbing's so much fun.
For the record, it is. If you get
love
really
this conversation, by the way.
You can eat yogurt with chopsticks.
Why would you waste? That seems like a waste of time.
No, I mean, it's really great for only having to do with a set of dishes.
I'm sorry. Are you telling me that you eat yogurt with with chopsticks?
I have previously.
You
Ramita,
also eat slower.
Get to the buy some yogurt. I want to see this.
It's easier with Greek yogurt.
DoorDash.
It's more solid.
No. You said you could do it with any yogurt. That's what you said. You said you've done it with yogurt.
You didn't say how cold either.
That is true.
Room temperature.
Stick it and put it in the freezer.
With this, is there any more? Do you have any questions for me?
Off record, if I may.
Absolutely.
One of my compatriots has thrown a rather large monkey wrench into some paperwork. How complicated would it be to rework some minor details?
Oh, minor.
So you know the automaton who is a part of our group?
Yes.
He is now officially attached to me, as in my property.
Oh, no trouble.
Good. Thank you.
Was there something else?
I don't know.
All right.
Hey, Dash, I think I can. You think I could toss up a dumpling and then catch it in my mouth?
Well,
I
let me
will-
know if there's anything else. You can reach me anytime.
Of course.
It would be more helpful to have you here. I'm sure you're eager to get to where was the next location you said you needed to go?
So, I'm actually currently in Itheros.
Piece of tofu hits the back of Fenn's head, by the way.
Talk to it. Talk to.
How did you miss that bad?
Try it again.
Dastir. That's how I got the
Fenn's across
fact
the
that the
room.
information was located within Auroran. And these two were the places that I were mainly focusing on. Woolhall. Lolhall? Lolhall. Lolhall.
Wool.
Lolhall.
Lol.
Lolhall is where we will be attempting to go
Sure.
after staying in Auroran for a little bit. If it's possible. That's where we know the cultists have reassembled at.
That is going to be
Complicated.
very difficult, to say the least. Everything that we do is the backbone of what they have. We try to keep it as minimum as possible to expedite the information. We prefer research over bureaucracy. But
On the same hand, they are using our information to gain soldiers and torment children. They took something from our archives and are using it against children. We can't let it stand.
this is
And if we do, we're no better than they are.
I understand. It is paramount that this investigation takes place, but you understand that the challenges before you are not like you've had so far. Lulhul is a maze.
Yeah.
Not just in paperwork, but literally. If there were any other state more complicated, it would be loyalists, but they are messy and easy to
Outsmart?
find find loopholes and whatnot.
I'm offended, but it's very valid.
Lulhul is we try to deal with them as little as possible, even though they are the annoying neighbor dog that constantly runs up our porch.
Yes.
Excuse me for the metaphor, but that is
Valid. Trust me, I get it, and it's exactly the reason they ran there. They know. Unfortunately, it's really easy to tell which countries hate each other.
tactically it's smart on their part, but also chicken. Anyone who wants to hide.
Cowardly. However, they also literally picked up children off the side of the road to turn into soldiers. Cowardly was literally their MO.
All right. Get here as soon as you can. We'll go through the archives together, and I'll see what I can do to make it.
Itheros within the next day for. Well, no, actually, since she's actually attached to me, that's no longer valid. We're good.
Yes, as soon as I get this information in. You say the next 24 hours? Is that
24 to 48. Just to make sure that everything is not needed up here. There's a little bit to do with the cowboy that I must.
All right. While you're there, as soon as I get this, I will have this expedited. I think early in the morning, as soon as I can. While you're there, take, if you can, a visit with a woman. Her nickname, the Collector, this is something she fancies of herself. She is a woman with has a lot of attachments to a lot of things. She's an elitist. She may have some resources for you that are necessary, or at least could be a boon to your task. Her name is hang on while I get it. I'm trying to pull it up real quick. Is that the one I want to talk about? No. Charlotte de Bois. De Beaumont.
What? De Beaumont?
De Beaumont. Yes.
Whoa.
Charlotte D.I. Bois Moore.
Beaumont. Okay. De
I just
Beaumont.
wrote down how I think it's not correct. It will never be correct. You can tell it to me. I'll still
It's
mess it up.
French, so yeah, don't worry about it.
It's French. I love French names. They're so pretty, but good lord.
Because
Here,
there's
I
an
will-
X in there.
Charlotte, who likes to
yeah.
broom more. Got it.
There we go.
Anyway.
It's fair. It's fair. It's fair. You destroy my names, I destroy your names. It's fair.
Also,
Charlotte de Moore, she is an elitist. She is of the more extravagant of the area in Ithros. She is the
Makes sense.
owner. That, and she runs an auction house.
That's always fun. Ben says with so much sarcasm in their voice.
This guy actually might like auction houses, and you just offended his hobby. You monster.
We have worked with her in the past. She has been a sponsor of ours in recent years for many excavations. I don't know how far-reaching her contacts go, but I know that it is something that would be of use to you.
Those in those circles tend to have large webs.
Yes, and as an auctioneer and one who deals with a lot of those eclectic types, as you said, she would know the ins and outs and who to talk to and where to go in Lul Hull, as she does do some traveling out there. I will. Would you like me to notify? Would you like me to notify her?
Please.
Okay.
We will see her sometime tomorrow then.
Sounds good. I will notify her.
Notify her.
You've been playing too much Left 4 Dead 2 with me. Saying defer.
You're not the only one with dyslexia, okay, Brett?
No, that's not what I said. I said me just butchering words
Hanging
on purpose
around.
as being a bad effect.
I do think this is the round podcast for neutering. Not gonna lie to you.
No, you know, that's
That was
fair. I
not
feel like
on
that's a fair line
purpose.
to cross.
We now
was
have
a
a
total-
pet raven.
We do. We
That was-
do.
Total mistake on my end. That was a
You're gold.
Freudian slip. Now I'm trying to think of the actual word I was trying to say. My brain is just thinking her. No, don't. As we collapse into the Muppet Show. Oh my god.
Here's a herd. I have a friend that's Swedish, and if I bring up the Swedish chef, she does not talk to me for the rest of the day.
No, they don't. No, they don't like the Swedish chef at all.
Chef.
They hate it. But, child, it is the most satisfying thing to hear.
Real quick,
anyway,
What were you saying, Tony?
as soon as like that conversation fades out, you
Okay.
hear from the kitchen. See, if you're just really gentle, you can catch the tofu out of the air with the chopsticks.
I'm calling bullshit. I don't believe it.
I need to see this.
At this point, Mittens is disconnected from their timeout of nurturing, and they are now going around and playing with the tofu that's fallen on the floor.
Boston will eat the
in
tofu
back
that
of
falls
the
on the
face.
floor. Let's make that very clear. He will eat the food off the floor.
Well, I mean, he's a robot. He technically doesn't need to, but
Oh no, I think he was talking about Boston.
Yeah, Boston will pick the food up off the floor. Baldrick has cleaned this
It's
floor.
currently behind me. Please do not come near me right now. I am on a very important business call.
I mean, you missed and hit Fen in the
No,
back of the head.
Boston
Anyways.
was one trying to toss it, then he started just pelting food at the back of Fen's head. I want to make that very clear.
Oh, so this was on purpose.
Yeah, 100%.
Cool. I really wish I had a College of Whispers bard right now.
That seems awfully aggressive to use that specific thing against someone who's letting you stay in their home and you vandalize their property.
I did not permanent shush.
It is a bunch of charcoal.
Have you ever burned stuff on concrete? It is quite hard to get out sometimes.
It is unbelievably hard to get
It
off.
requires a pressure washer, but just it was like whatever. Anyways,
Who's gonna
So
pay for the power
prestidigitation,
washer?
it'll be gone.
Right?
I can literally spell it away.
this is true. So yeah, the conversation ends. You have the name Charlotte de Beaumont, and you will be meeting with them tomorrow as soon as you get a notification or a reply acknowledgement that they've gotten the message from Alren and sends his greetings and good lucks, and everyone has been approved to travel to Auroran. Yep, as needed. Yep.
Before they go to bed, Nash is going to pull Boston aside real quick.
What's up?
Do you know good tattoo artists around here?
About 4. What you need?
I'm thinking about getting some new ink, maybe a cover up even.
I also need to add one actually.
Does Fen overhear this?
Probably.
Sure,
I mean,
you're all in the same it's like a 1,200 square foot apartment. So like,
I would like
yeah.
to join in on that. I need a stress tattoo.
they won't be 7 champagne. I'm sorry?
Are any of you good at drawing?
Only if it involves
Anatomically, I'm good.
boobs.
I'm not very imaginative in my art.
I mean, it technically does involve some boobs, but it's not a boobs tattoo.
So it's like
What
a
are you getting?
woman
Fen
figure,
turns
but
around.
not. It's a figure, but it's not focused on the
What are you trying to get
tatas.
tattooed on you? If I might ask, to where I can tell you whether or not I can actually help you.
Is it a sexy drow?
What I missed when I was gone?
I don't know. I was here and I don't know.
Oh, by the way, catch, and he's gonna toss something who's a tofu in Fen's face.
I'm gonna try and catch it out of the air.
With your teeth or just in your hand?
With the pair of chopsticks they're keeping behind their back.
Do I have to roll for it?
Yeah, Dex.
Cool.
Oh, I would totally see like your Raven just catching
Athletics
it
if you
with-
got a higher. If you got an athletics proficiency.
So it's just a dex check?
Face.
Yeah, straight up Dex or athletics.
Oh, athletics?
Yeah, do you have that proficiency?
No, I do not. I'm gonna go with dex
Okay.
because it's higher. 16!
Go for it.
Yeah.
What is it?
16.
Oh yeah, totally.
I do
It like bounces off the top lip and
Fen flips them off.
Slide-
Absolutely. Fuck you.
Hey, good on you. Finally, good use for your mouth.
Right.
Many words. Many of them. Most of them you would not understand. Therefore, I'll leave it alone.
No, I was not, for the record.
Sticks and stones, I think.
Never mind.
I can
But-
add those
no,
too.
but yeah, I know a couple of tattoo artists. I give them a call. There's one actually in a cowboy hangout that you would probably find interesting. I'm sorry, what was that brothel I went to?
the one you had so disdained.
I imagine it's a place that has a tattoo artist on hand and ready to go, though. It feels like one of those
Absolutely, yeah.
places.
If not, it's like a place a tattoo artist would go and hang out at.
Yeah.
Because it's a bar still too.
Orphanage.
It's
Orphanage.
yeah, St. Catherine's Orphanage.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's a place called the Orphanage, Gatherin's Orphanage, which you might find entertaining / there's plenty of good tattoo artists there. I know a couple. It'll be a good old time.
Did you just say orphanage?
It's Catherine's Orphanage, not mine, for the record. And yes.
It's still the word orphanage, correct?
Yes.
That's just wrong in so many ways.
It wasn't my idea.
But you're suggesting it.
If there
Well,
are
it's a
children involved, I'm out.
No. It's a place where cowboys will gather intel because it's a place that a lot of people that are on the run will try to hide at. It's a place to lay low.
Do you think they can help us?
If you want to get tattoo artist, it's the place to go.
Nash, we're looking in this city, right?
What, we looking for someone? You guys get a job?
Are we?
Granny's drunk. I'm
I
sorry.
think we're in Ithros, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You are.
I'm great at this.
You had your moment earlier on. That's. Sorry.
I mean, I think so. Maybe.
I can make call a few people, or I can just do some research on my own real quick if you got names, descriptions, anything.
Tony, Nash will remember that, Spider's still in prison in this area. He still knows, a ton of people who are in and out. He's a lifer, so, his connections are people who come in, stay, and then leave. So, yeah.
I mean, yes, there have always been ways for Nash to try and get in touch. But I don't know that that's a step he's ready to take. So,
and also, are we good on the whole paperwork with everything? I was gonna talk to you, Fen.
Yes,
before you
we
went on your
are.
call.
We are indeed good. Ramita is on a temporary thing.
Sure.
We should not
I'm
misstep ever.
legal.
Yes, you are now attached to me. It's all good. We don't have to leave tomorrow, which is good because we have to go see someone tomorrow.
What time?
I don't know yet.
Oh.
I hope they're as pleasant as the gnome.
The no?
yeah.
Likely. They are an auctioneer.
An auction?
Collector of things.
Do I have any idea? I probably not, but
No, this is... If you wanted to roll an intelligence check, you could, but it'd be very high DC.
He's like, sure.
14.
Oh, no. That's not your ring. That's not your
Yeah,
circle of...
no.
of
Not your
No.
circus, not your monkeys.
Yeah.
that, yeah. If there was a caste system, that is the lords and ladies, and you're still with the peasants.
I'm worse than peasants. I'm someone who wants criminals. I touch the vermin.
What are peasants for, anyway?
But yeah, your food should still be fine. You on the
You
call
mean
for
the
a while?
stuff that you didn't throw at me?
No, I was
yes, and I didn't actually cover all the things I wanted to because I got terrified at the end. It's fine.
You got stage fright?
I trust Arwen implicitly with
Sure.
my safety.
Sure.
There
Why
are
do
certain
you-
things that I look at Nash somewhat discreetly. There's some things that I don't quite feel he will keep under wraps. And so we are going to have to strategize.
So is he a gossiper?
No. He's my professor. He's the one that really got me into the Lumen.
Sure.
It's just sort of, he is required to report what I tell him, as
Sure.
it is literally his job as my overseer.
But if you're hiding things from him, I don't. As long as I don't get in jail, I really do what you want.
No, it'll come back on me.
Nash
Okay.
is never going back. Never. Not happen. I'm not letting it happen.
Do you want to go to
Nash is
bed?
not going back. I
Well-
will take... Do you need to go to bed, Ramita?
Yeah, you want to go to bed?
Maybe a little bit of sleep might be a good idea. We have to get up in the morning, Ramita.
Yeah, I got breakfast.
This is the first day where nothing terrible has happened.
That is fair.
We can celebrate.
That is
For
something
one.
to celebrate.
There's a little shop that'll fry anything you give them if we want to go down there.
What are we gonna give them?
Ice cream, cookies, anything. They'll fry anything up.
Can you fry
Right.
feathers?
I wouldn't eat that.
Get Cesar as far away from Ramita as possible.
If
I
that
just
thing
want to try one.
shits on my floor, I swear you'll clean it up.
It's not actually. It's a spirit of sorts. It doesn't actually. Yeah.
Would
You have
a
not
shit
explained
be
to him how that
magical?
works. He's kind of puzzled.
You'll see at this point a feather that he's been preening falls off and just kind of floats down, and then as it gets close to the floor, it like evaporates.
What if I wanted to try that?
We can
he's
find
not,
you a pigeon.
I could literally turn him into a million and two other things. I just chose a raven. So
Okay.
I like it.
Sure,
He's cute.
just as long as he doesn't, like I said, as long as I don't have to feed him, and as long as I don't have to clean up after him, keep him in here. I don't care.
Mittens has reignited interest in Cesar.
This is gonna play with him.
Yeah.
Well, let's.
You see the little raven hopping around, and the cat's just kind of like,
Nash, you want to go see if they can fry cookie dough?
I would like some of that fried ice cream. However, I need a little bit of help from Nash really quickly.
Yeah, sure. There's a convenience store right downstairs if we want to just grab that. Ramita, let's pick a bunch of random stuff.
Let's do it.
And he is taking Ramita by the hand, even if she doesn't give it, so she doesn't just fall and bump into things or break any of his stuff. It's just
Granny's just like, I'm good, son.
sure, yeah. I've seen town drunks walk better than you.
As
They
soon
got
as the door is
nothing on
actually
me.
closed behind them.
mm-hmm.
So, I did not exactly know how to broach that conversation with Arwen, as I do believe it's going to end both of us in a very, very hot seat. What we can do is you are attached to him as Nash, as not as your other name. We can tell him your other name is going to Auroran with him, and just leave it out of the paperwork period on his end that Nash is even a thing. Therefore, there are no crosses. Technically. Because Nash is going with Boston, and technically other name is going. Just, they don't have to be the same person. Is that fair? Or do you want me to discuss it with him? I can.
I think we can do that. I have a question though.
Yes.
Your professor hasn't ever done sports betting, have they?
Has Arwen ever done sports betting?
Arwen,
He doesn't
Quidditch
seem like
only.
the type.
short answer, no. Short answer, no. He's, yeah.
He's my magic teacher. He taught me magic and shit, bro.
He's not a fan of. If he's into sports, it's fencing, and even then, it's not even like there's no betting. It's just a casual interest.
Go
and
watch and golf clap it.
very much
I could
so.
see him also being a croquette kind of guy. Like, he just will. It's a gentleman's sport, as everyone knows.
Oh yeah. No, never. Arwen, never. I'm guessing that's where other name is from?
No and yes.
Again, nothing you do not have to share anything you do not feel comfortable with sharing. I am always here to listen, but I'm not going to force you to tell me anything. That is completely up to you. I know you as Nash. You are Nash, and as far as I'm concerned, I trust you.
I think I appreciate that. But I think each of you in your own time deserves more context. Just, I became Nash because I lost a lot of very powerful people, a lot of money. And they would take it from my hide.
Oh. Okay, so original name needs to, like, not exist currently in any social circles, period.
It is... There are those who would hire cowboys.
You're another Baldric. In a way.
You know what? It's been 3 years though. So I'm hoping
The heat has potentially died down.
Yeah.
But we shall not take that bet, personally.
yes.
Fair. Valid. Fair. Original name is going to Auroran, however, he is not with us, as far as anyone is concerned. Yes?
Okay.
Unless you want me to change that. However you feel comfortable, I can figure it out on my end.
I mean, it seems like the best option, right?
Unfortunately.
Okay. Which means you probably need the name to put it in paper, right?
I'm not putting it on paperwork anywhere.
Okay.
Boston
Wow.
has to know original name.
Boston needs it in paperwork.
Boston needs it in paperwork because he is the one who is technically hired you.
Okay.
I just hired Boston and his company. Nash is nowhere on paperwork for me.
I mean, that is my preference. I'll talk to Boston at some point.
Yeah. And Nash, thank you for letting me know this. I know this probably is a strong right hook to your face. Emotionally. Am I using that term right?
I mean, sort of. Yeah, it's close enough.
Physical fighting is not exactly my strong suit, as and they kind of like open their arms. As I've made very apparent, I know how to fence. This is all for show. Waving to their rapier.
I mean, you're more dangerous than you think.
I did accidentally kill a man. ×2.
Imagine if you were actually trying.
That's even more terrifying. I, however, think we should most definitely enjoy whatever sweets or whatever they come back with. And try to release some of the stress. Does alcohol actually work? I only took the one shot and it didn't really do anything.
Okay,
At this point, we'll cut to We'll cut to Boston and Ramita, and you guys can have a say or two, but Ramita is again reminiscing over Viper and going through all the photos that she went over with Nash earlier and sharing them with Boston. And when she gets to certain instances of Viper in her fighting gear and being a fighter in the ring, and then she goes and shows a image of Viper and her teammates. And Boston, you'll notice in this image of the whole team, each there's like several in the same fighting gear as Viper, some in different fighting gear, but all with the same logo, same team name kind of thing. Like I explained before, it's kind of like Olympics. You'll have 500 swim, you'll have all different sports, but they're all part of the same team. You'll see Viper standing there, a few others the same height. You'll see Baldric, and then you'll see another person stand. Well, you'll see a few other teammates. And then a few other images later, she'll slide over and she'll show how Viper's in the corner cheering on her teammate. And her teammate that she's cheering on is fighting none other than Nash. And that's where we're going to leave it off tonight. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you all for this longer, extended edition. Hopefully we made it up for not having anything last week. Please, let's go through our closures and maybe some brief thoughts of what other people are thinking, and then we'll end it for the night, hopefully. Let's start with Ramita. Let's go with the drunken thoughts of Ramita and Darkness, what you're up to recently, and
I'm
maybe
sorry,
on socials?
Nash was also a fighter?
I'm gonna say this right now. Is this because I'm able to tell because this is clean shaven Nash, like when he was in the fighting ring Nash, is I'm guessing, and that's why I'm able to like.
Yes.
You will
Yes, 'cause you'll
recognize
see-
some of the same tattoos that he has on currently.
Yeah.
Oh, is that why
they're like a
tattoos are a thing?
series.
Yeah.
You'll
also,
see a series of photos,
Mhm.
and they're all of Viper, but it's Viper and her teammates, and then Viper and her teammate fighting, and that one teammate is fighting Nash.
Yeah.
So
and
like
I am able to
in
recognize.
proximity kind of thing. Yes, you will notice that that's Nash. Clean shaven, probably younger, it's a little slimmer because prison weight. I don't know how it works,
Tired eyes,
but
for sure.
very sure. Yep, very focused and intense too. Nothing you've seen. Well, maybe you have seen it, but also
Probably
trained
seen
focus
it.
though. So sorry, Darkness. Please
No,
let us
you're good.
let us in.
I'm still thinking that his drow is like one of my grandkids in some way now, because one is missing. We haven't touched that again, so
I'm not gonna lie, that would be hilarious. That would be amazing. We'll
Don't
see.
tempt me.
anyway, I am hello Darkness Mayo with a 0 instead of an O. I am going to start streaming in like a couple weeks, but not right now. And really, I don't know what I want to do. I mean, it should be on my computer, but I really want to go through The Last of Us and actually try to finish it because I am terrified of zombies, but it's a good game. Anyway, who's next? Fen's above me. Go, Blood. I choose you.
No, Pokemon, let's go. Hi guys, I'm Bloodless King. I play Fenrana Edsith, and they are probably going to attempt to get drunk for the first time, and Ramita's gonna miss it.
Oh,
No, you're gonna be there for fried ice cream.
I am.
But I'm
I am
already
gonna be there
long
for fried
gone,
ice cream.
But why not both? Right?
yeah,
Wait, fried ice cream is better with a few shots in you. Let's be honest.
exactly.
How do you think it was invented?
Ta-da! Some drunk idiot said, "What if I drop it in nitro?"
So,
Anyways,
Anyways, so, dealing with revelation of Nash's original name, dealing with having to lie to Awen, because at this point they trust their friends and they don't want to lose their friends. And they are willing to put shit on the line, apparently, for that. Other than that, kind of just going, today was a good day. Today was a good day. We are going to forget the bad days for just a hot second. But paperwork is done. I am in the clear to bring my friends to Auroran. It's all fine. We're all good.
I'm gonna punch your parents, probably.
Don't punch my mom. Punch my dad. Punch him in the face. Do it.
You heard it here first, Blade.
That might get you arrested, though. Please don't do that.
You heard it here first, Blade. There's daddy issues.
I didn't make that obvious.
I didn't. He just DM'd me. I don't. Give 1 second.
You know what? Let's toss it over to Brett. No, I'm just kidding.
And yeah, so that's Fen currently. Just, I think the stressing everything has come to a final breaking point of, you know what? I'm just gonna let it fucking roll. Obviously, they're getting a lot more crass and, becoming more comfortable with acting like an everybody rather than having to force themselves into a whatever Auroran is. But yeah. And I am Bloodless King. I wish I could say I streamed anymore, but oh my lord, life has been chaos. Hopefully I'll be able to do it again sometime soon. I'll try Saturday. We don't know. Otherwise, I'm a VTuber here on Twitch every once in a while. I don't really post on TikTok anymore, unfortunately, because I just haven't. Editing stuff is hard and I don't have time.
Send it to me. Hire me.
I would have to pay you and I don't have money.
Give me your money.
Give me your money.
But yeah, otherwise, you can kind of keep up with me pretty much here and Twitter. I try and update every once in a while. That hellscape of a site, but it's better than Facebook. Anyway. I'm a little bit salty with Meta. It's fine.
If you weren't salty with something, you wouldn't be yourself, to be fair.
Fair. Very fair. But yeah, and I guess I'll go pass that over to, I don't know, eeny, meeny, miny, you, Tony.
I love the you, which is the only version of that we don't understand. Eeny, meeny, miny, you. Hey, I'm Tony. I play Nashville Finnegan Thompson, or whatever his actual name is.
Original name.
He's actually Boston Jones. They just switched names, so we don't know.
Yes. And I'm here to tell you that half-orcs are like onions. So
they make people cry.
Layers.
Yeah, they do in fact make people cry. With their layers.
With their layers. I mean, to be fair.
Yeah. And so I'm excited to start peeling back. Tony, I am excited to start peeling back some of the layers that Gears and I have been holding on to for an entire year now.
Don't lie. It's only been 6 months.
No. A lot of this is base stuff when I built the character.
This is true, actually. Yeah, we are getting to a year. That's scary. We need to hurry this up. We need to, yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna zoom through the rest of the campaign. You inspired us, Gears. We're just gonna.
No, not rest of the campaign. Just fucking get some of this backstory out and air out this laundry, man.
We're working on it. It's happening.
We're apparently gonna bust Fens right open.
Yeah.
I don't have much.
Nash is currently teaching Fen how to take a shot. As
There goes the rest of my liquor.
Salt on the rim, lemon.
There is definitely some fresh limes.
Knowing.
Why do I have to take the salt off of my?
Trust me, it is much better than just going for it straight. You're gonna prefer this by a lot, I think.
You know what? I think we need a whole bunch of shorts like this for TikTok and just back and forth banter of random ass shit.
I'm
seriously.
sorry
We need-
to disappoint
we need a
Emerald. We are
full-
not doing body shots. I would like that to be stated now.
You mean booty shots?
Booty shots?
gotta be
no,
booty
no.
shots.
No.
Booty shorts?
No.
Clothes are coming off. Icky no.
No, it can be on this clothing. You just put
I
your
don't
shot
think
there.
you understand what body shots are.
I know what body shots are, but it can be.
I know what body shots are. I hope Gears know what body shots are.
I mean, I imagine that, like, Nash has big enough pecs where it can imitate, like, boobs holding a shot.
How big is Nash's chest?
I don't think. Neither of them have
Pecs don't work like that.
cleavage. We're not. Anyway,
I don't.
Fen is an
think-
amorphous
Anyway.
blob, and
Tony's trying to mechanically fix this in his head. Just keep going, Tony. Just keep
Anyway,
going. Keep going,
no,
buddy.
what I'm
Help! Stuck.
that's been clipped apparently.
That's a clip.
I will say mechanically,
That's awesome.
I do believe Nash has more of like the like the strong world man type body than like the cut that you are talking about. So he's a
Makes
little bit rounder, but it's basically all muscle. Gears is dying over there. It's fine.
We've already determined he has cake, so of course it's all going to be round.
Yeah. Yeah. You don't get a booty from being cut like that, all right?
It's also very true.
But anyway.
Your socials, Tony.
Yeah, you can find me on TikTok for whatever the hell this is. It's what you've shown up for. So, you know, I'm on TikTok at Tony Will Edit. And also, of course, there are ways to hire me to edit videos for you if you decide to throw Brett under the bus and not hire him.
Yeah.
both of your rates, I know how much you're worth, and I know I love you guys dearly. I would not be able to pay you enough.
No.
Do you know both our rates?
I don't know your rates, but I know how much I want to pay you, and I can't afford that.
It's not about how much you want to pay me. It's how much I want you to pay me.
Anywho.
But yeah, so and then Nash is honestly, I think tonight was really good for Nash. It was heavy and it's been all over the place. But I think it's something deep down he's known that he's needed for a while. And getting moments with just about everybody was awesome. So anyway, I forget if there's anybody left or if it's straight to Gears now.
Brett is left.
Brett, oh yeah, Brett.
No one's left.
Brett.
Just because I identify as a
It's just
cloth,
Brett.
It's just Brett. Even though I classify as
Just
a clo. It's just Brett. That's right. It is me, just Brett. With 3 T's here on Twitch. I stream every day except for
Weekdays.
Sunday. No. Check out my streams. Actually, I'm doing cat-made stuff because I broke a follower goal I've been wanting to for a while now. We're having a good time playing Power Wash Simulator, and on Friday we're gonna be starting Resident Evil 4. Very exciting.
You got to the 3 digits.
I will say the power washing thing was weirdly soothing. So
Right?
It's really, really soothing, and it's terrifying how soothing
It's
it is.
delightful. It's delightful. But I also am on TikTok as the Cloak DM. I'm on YouTube as Just Brett. Also, I'm going to be starting posting things on there very, very soon. I recently updated my video editing software, and it doesn't like me, but that's fine. I don't like me. So, I'll pass it over to Gears.
Hi, I am Gears Sparks. I am the, ringleader of this crazy-ass circus, and, yeah, I'm very excited that we're able to open up some of the backstories that have been hiding in the closet for so long. We're gonna air out some of this laundry finally, and I love the fact that I was able to drop something that is no longer like new lore. It's now stuff that people go, oh my god, because we've been at this for 30 episodes. Happy 30th, guys, by the way.
I want to clarify. Gears, you were correct. It's actually session 31. I looked at my notes and I realized I had mislabeled. So
you had to do that on air while I'm doing my closing? Really? You couldn't have just let me have this moment?
I did it specifically so that Emerald could clip it for no other reason.
Fuck you. All right.
I love
Good
you too,
night,
Gears.
everybody. We'll see you next week,
Follow
9:30.
Sparks. They are on Twitch and they're delightful, and they sometimes play games with me. Gods love them. They don't deserve the nonsense I put them through.
They are tormented by us endlessly. So like, give them so much love because they so fucking deserve it for dealing with our bullshit.
Yes. Follow them on all the platforms. Only make fun of them when I start it or Rev starts it. Any other time, it's harassment.
It's breaking boundaries now.
We break character. That's what we do. So with that said, have a good night, and we will see you all next week. Hopefully we'll have a Rev back with us.
He wasn't in chat at all. I hope he was okay.
Yeah.
He was doing family stuff.
His internet interwebs is worse than mine.
Bye-bye.
And
Bye bye.
Bye.
you guys saw how that happened.